What is going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. If you are new to this channel, I'm Leon Angus. I regularly do affiliate marketing videos, SEO videos, Amazon affiliate, ClickBank, whatever you can think of. So if you are brand new, make sure to hit that subscribe button and also make sure to leave a like if you're excited for today's video, because what we're going to be doing today is the regular videos that I've been doing, which are episodes of a series that I'm making reviewing successful niche websites. Now, today's site is very exciting because this is a site that's actually a competitor within my niche. It's a dog website, but it is the perfect example of a successful site. Now, this site, as you saw in the title, is bringing over 900,000 visitors per month. So there's a lot of traffic coming here. It is the absolute perfect example of what you should be doing with the niche website. We're going to go through the on-page SEO, off-page SEO, so all of the backlinks. We're going to look at all of the content, how they're writing persuasively, the type of keywords that they're targeting. We're just going to completely reverse engineer this whole website and break it down to its bare principles so you can go out there and do exactly the same thing. This will also be a good learning curve for me because I'm going to get a lot of information on my competitive research, so I might find some new content that I might target throughout this video as well. So I'm really excited. If you are, make sure to leave a like on the video, and as with always, to all of my subscribers who are already with me, thank you for being part of the family, and I really do appreciate how fast the channel's been growing recently. I can really see how it's going to be going over 2020, and I'm really embracing that and just making sure that I come with that fire content every single time. All right, so let's get into the video. We're going to jump onto the computer. I get to do my little spin move as usual. We'll hop onto the computer and then we'll get into this video. So this is the site that we're going to be taking a look at. Some of you may have come across this site before if you are in the dog niche, but we're just going to be breaking this site completely down today and just looking at all of the information on the site, the strategies, the tactics, and just trying to see if we can, find anything that we could potentially use for ourselves. Just taking a look at this, like everything is done almost to perfection. You can see there's a lot of effort put into this site. Now, whilst the site might appear to be simple, if we do use this tool up here, this handy dandy tool, which is SimilarWeb, you can download this. It's a Google extension tool. And if the site, is bringing in a substantial amount of traffic, it usually will give you an idea of what kind of traffic it brings in. So this, according to it, is doing 993,000 visitors per month. But then it also shows us the bounce rate as well. So we can see here, like the average bounce rate. So don't be scared if your site has a bounce rate of 80%, because you can see here a site near enough 1 million visitors a month is experiencing the same thing. And the reason why it's experiencing that is because it's an affiliate site. So people are bouncing off. So that's a good thing if you see that on an affiliate site. When we go down, we can see that the majority of the traffic is coming from United States. Okay. And then obviously majority of it, 90% of it is search, and then they've got direct, which is right behind, which is always good because that's a good sign that obviously the brand is building up and people are familiar with the brand, the visitors and so on. And then they've got you can see the layout here, which is, Pet Life Today, then you've got featured articles, popular articles, so on and so forth. Now, there are sites where we can reverse engineer the theme, so we'll go and check that out as well. So the one that tends to be most accurate is this site called here, which is called What WP Theme Is That? So I'm just going to drum that in there and we'll see if we can find anything in regards to what theme they're using, so that's a good theme that converts well. So the theme name is Pet Life, so they've got their own theme that's been made. I don't know. Look, author homepage, let's have a look. So it could be custom theme that was made specifically for them. So you can see here they got it designed by these people. So if you wanted the same theme, you could go and check them out. Okay, so I don't know what theme it is. It is a WordPress theme for it to pick it up, but they've just created it. It's an actual theme customized by a developer. Okay, so if we take a look at the site, first of all, we've got a featured article at the top and it's well easy to navigate. Okay, so you can see about, and then we've got articles, contact, ask the vet. You don't really need to have a complicated menu. Like, the more simple, the better. You want people to be able to get through to almost any page on the site within 3 clicks. Okay, so we can see here that they've got the home, about us down at the bottom, contact us, so on and so forth, disclaimer, so on and so forth, all of that. Scholarship. This is a technique that was being used a long time ago in SEO, where it would basically, create like a fictitious scholarship, and uni graduates or, uni students would be able to apply to these scholarships. But what would happen is it would get a backlink from a very authoritative university. So you get a bunch of universities all linking to this site, which obviously moves it up in the ranks and creates a massive amount of authority authority. So you're getting all these, official government kind of sites or whatever, these organizations linking to you. So that was the technique. I wouldn't recommend it these days, but you can see here they're using it. Okay, so you can see who can apply. It's active. So we're going to look at all of the different articles that they've got on this site and really break it down. Okay, we can see here that they've got some Best Buy articles, best. We'll check and see if they got any informational. So this is all best. So it seems like everything they're doing is buyer intent. We'll take a look at a more in-depth articles. So let's take a look. Best proof, best thermometers, best this, best that, best this, best that. So they are just completely focused. So this site must be making a hell of money. Okay, so they have got some informational as well. What if furry friends ran away? That's the first one we found. Then we've got best memorial stones, best flea sprays, best flea drops. So this is a very good site if you want buyer intent content, because you can find all these keywords. They've done just about everything in regards to best buys. Okay, best undercoat rakes. I've done quite a few of these. Pet First pet insurance reviews. So they've got insurance reviews and things like that. So this is pretty good. So if we were to type up here and go up to the top, if we can get there, actually looks like Generate Press slightly, the theme. I'm not sure if it is, but it does look like Generate Press. So if we so we can see this is Spot and Tango review, Pets and Best review, Pet First review. So these are all more informational. These are obviously reviews, still buyer intent to be fair, because reviews are, but they're a little bit more informational. And then let's see if we got how-tos in here. Yes, we have. So how to take care of pets, how to blah, 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 how to remove warts on dogs. So we got informational content here as well. So it's got a brilliant mix straight away of information against the buyer intent. So it's not just best like what we were thinking. We can see here that there's a lot of informational how-tos as well, which are like tutorial type articles. Okay, so let's take a look. Let's open one of these. So we'll open like this one here, and then we'll also go back and open one of these best articles as well. The site is very fast as well, by the way, as you can see. Now, one of the reasons why I wanted you to take a look at this site is purely because of the content. It's absolutely brilliant. Now, they hit the nail on the head with absolutely everything. I always come across this site within my niche, and they're always ranking within the top 5 positions. Okay, so this is the general kind of idea of how I believe you should construct and compose an Amazon affiliate website. This is the perfect example. It doesn't matter what niche you're in. This mainly suits Amazon sites. So we have 3 types of main articles that you do on an Amazon site. You would have a Best Buy article, which is a comparison. Okay, so someone's looking for a comparison of the top 10 or top 5 products within that specific niche, for that problem. And then we have how-to articles. Okay, so you get how-to articles. So you can see here, this is a how-to, and this is a very good example. So this is very short. Okay, so I would have had it a bit longer, to be fair, but we'll use that in the example. And then the Best Buy, and then we've got the shareable content, which is somewhere in the middle. So that's how to do this. It's 15 ways of training your dog, 15 ways to get your dog to sleep and things like that. It's very shareable. So that's Pinterest friendly and all of that kind of thing. But if you just stick to how-tos and Best Buys and reviews, you're probably good anyway. Okay, so you want to do reviews, Best Buy articles, and you want to do how-to articles. And you want I would say maybe 50% how-tos and then 25% on the buyer intent each. So 25% reviews and 25% Best Buys. Okay, so anyway, when we come in here, we can see that they got a mistake here. If you do see this, any of you site owners that own this site, then you got a mistake on that page. Not that it's a big one. Okay, so you can see here, or maybe that's right, 3 joint health. I'm not sure. Maybe that's a thing. I don't have a clue. Yeah, so joint health is extremely important for our canines to live, blah, blah, blah. So one thing they're doing off the bat is they're making it a brand kind of angle opposed to a personal kind of site. So they're really making this, a brand. And if you look at the way that they've actually composed and constructed the site, you can see it's just a brand. It's just Pet Life Today with the copyrighted sign and whatever else, yeah. And then is a free resource for pet owners with expert advice from expert product reviews. So you can see that they're just telling you this is a team, this is a brand. Yeah. So, and this is why when you guys are asking, do you need a persona? Well, this is an example that you don't. Yeah. Okay. Because there's a very successful site here and you can see how they're doing it, without a persona. And then they've just got this very official kind of looking thing, like Pet MD and so on and so forth. And then they've got their articles. It's very simple, simple but effective. Okay, so what we're going to look at is the way that they construct the post. So when we talk about the structure of an article, I'm talking about looking at it like this. So if we were to say, for example, zoom out, this is how you see the structure. So we're looking at sections. So first section is introduction. Then we've got the top pick. So this is the one they most want people to just click and buy. This, I guarantee, is going to have a good review on it on Amazon, and it's probably going to be for a decent price, okay, like in comparison to the others. So you can see this little bottle here is $44, okay, so that's pretty decent. And the average percentage, £44 actually in the UK. If you buy this, I mean, they're going to make like an 8% commission. So we're at least talking like, you know, £4 like commission just on this for one person to buy it. And, you know, this is probably bringing in like a good like couple thousand people a month just on that one article. And we'll check that later. But you can see here, very good reviews. Can you see? So when I'm trying to tell you guys about how to compose, how to link out to products, you always want to link out to something that is something that you would buy that has good reviews. Because what's happening to a lot of you is you're linking out from an article on a Best Buy review to a crappy product because you're not checking the product. And then someone's landing here and thinking, no, that's not really good, and going off and clicking off and going somewhere else. Whereas if you link to a good product, it's going to increase them because they might say, all right, add that to basket. That looks pretty good. And then they're going to go over to, you know, and maybe buy some other stuff because I've already got something in my basket here. So you can see how that would quickly add up to a few more sales. Okay, so we're looking at this. So we can see that this is the how-to, sorry. So we can see this is the introduction. And then down here, we've got the Best Buy top pick. Yeah, and I think the way they do this is absolutely brilliant. Then after that, they go into, you know, a little bit more about some tablets, these ones here, okay? And then you've got this small widget here that just breaks down all of the different topics that you can find within the article, okay? So you can usually do this as where it's like closed and expanded and so on. So they've got it in an expanded view. And then we've got down here straight into the top 5. I honestly can tell you this is exactly how I do my articles, okay? So when you come in, you want to get the introduction in. I don't do the top pick, which I could do and improve my conversion rates, but I do then go into like this kind of thing and then straight into top 5 products. So these are just the top 5 in a chart. You always want to do this, and then you want to like kind of put down like why they're the top 5. So like, you know, if it's like you could have a star rating here, that's good enough, or you could put these little notifications that they're like best overall, that one's runner up, that one's the best for your budget, so it's a cheap one, you know, that one's best whatever that is for a dog, you know. Then you've got best all natural, so if you want a natural supplement, that's this one, and it allows you to quickly navigate. And then they go into, okay, so here you can see there's a bit more content as they go down, and then they get straight into the actual expanded detailed reviews of each product. So you can see here these nice little icons as well, showing you that this runner up is this Doggy Dallies whatever. It's probably the same one up here. So if we take a look, Doggy Dallies, can you see? So it's really corresponding with it, which I don't currently do as it goes, but you can see here that this is really good. So it's corresponding with it, and then they've got it here, and then they've got the in-depth review. Like this is like top content, okay? And then you can see here, this is if they wanted to click, you could click here, that button and purchase, or you could click that link there. So they're not overdoing it with the links, the outbound links. Now, as you can see on a review type article, there are obviously, you know, interlinks usually, but not so much outbound links. So this one is an outbound link, which is brilliant. Okay, so this is good. I personally do that. I didn't think they did. So that is brilliant. You want to include outbound links then. I'll take that back. Yeah, we can also see that they've got like these within the reviews here, there's not really any outbound links inside of those sections. So within the informational parts, you can do your links outbound, and the links should better help the user understand this piece of content. So if someone's looking for the best joint supplements for dog, that outbound link should help them to better understand that, okay? And then here, they've actually linked out to something else. Let's see what that is. Okay, that's an Amazon affiliate link. Again, good product, Amazon choice product, okay? Huge amount of reviews, very good. And then if we go down, we can see here, there's a few bullet points that they leave on each. Now, this is brilliant again, because when they leave the bullet points, yeah, they're leaving like the features here. So you can see like high quality, liver flavored, blah, blah, blah. But what you want to make it is like the benefits, you know, of having it. it. So someone looks at it and they kind of like, okay, what makes this better than the other one, or more relevant to what they need than the other one? You know, oh, it's chewable, it's liver flavored, high quality, you know, that kind of thing. Okay, and then we can see here best all natural product. So that was the last one in the list. And then they've got the top pick here again. And then at the bottom, they've got frequently asked questions. Now, I always recommend doing this because it helps you to get in a few more keywords into these H2 and H3 titles. So let's actually check this and see if it's a H2 or H3. So if we go down, so all I did there was inspect. So you can actually use this inspect tool. Yeah, so it's going to be a H2 or H3, just says strong. Yeah, so it's definitely a header, but I don't know what kind of heading it is. And then here, they always do this, which is pretty cool as well. So they've got best like glucosamine for dogs. Yeah, so they've got like a few best buy products that they recommend that are similar to what someone would need if they were looking for those, you know. So then they've got a few more that just go through here. So these are not actively the ones that they directly recommended, but they're actually giving like, you know, a few more within. And they do this on all their buyer intent content because I've seen it many times. But overall, what we're looking at here is the outbound links, the formatting of the text, because you can see if we actually zoom back in there, you can see this is a beautiful looking article. So they've got a few bullets. They've got these nice featured snippets for each of the product reviews. So that's very nice. And then obviously, you know, the frequently asked questions at the end. Okay, so that kind of format is brilliant and structured to follow. Yeah, so important features to consider before buying. So that's like a buyer's guide quickly, and then frequently asked questions. And they follow that same system across the whole of the site if you check out. Now, what I wouldn't do is I personally wouldn't put the price of the products here because that could change on Amazon. And then obviously, you know, you're going against terms and conditions there. Okay, so if we go up to the how-to article, we can see this is a very short post. They probably done this a while ago. It is very new. I know they updated it recently, but which is also a good plugin, by the way. There's a plugin that you can install that every time you update a post, it automatically updates it. So it shows it as fresh content in the Google results as well when you actually go here as well. So that's pretty good. If we look, nice formatting. So we've got like a question-based, heading there, and then they're explaining it. So this is the question that someone might have if they come into this, and then they're explaining it and going in detail with it here. So they're explaining all of the technical terms, so on and so forth. Now, I would do some outbound links in regards to things like this because some people are not going to know what that is. So you can obviously, they're explaining it briefly here, but I'd maybe link out to a few of that. But it's overall good, very good. And, you know, you'd want to do a bit of a longer kind of article for that, but they might be ranking for it. Who knows? Okay. So the logo is another thing that's quite important. It's very simple, but you can see you would quickly remember what kind of brand this is. Like the brand, you would remember that it's a dog because it's got a paw and it's got the pet inside and Life Today. And then they've got their copyright sign, you know, copyright protection. So this site, because they're using these unique colors like this red, yeah, you always will think of the red and the blue. Like it just kind of sits with you, red and blue, it's everywhere. So that is really good for branding. You can see that's very good. And then they've probably, you know, got a good social following, I'd imagine as well. Yeah, I won't even check that out right now anyway. But then they've got that important information at the bottom as well. So let's just take a look at, you know, another article. So you can see they do the same thing, top pick. They go into that with the top 5 reviews, and then they go into the detailed reviews, and then they'll have the buyer's guide and all of that stuff at the bottom. So you can see just before that was the buyer's guide on the last one. So let's just take a look. Okay, so there it is again, important things to consider, and then frequently asked questions. And you can get in some good keywords here, like how do you care for a paralyzed dog? Someone might be searching that on Google. Let's actually see if they're even popping up for that. So if we just do that, yeah, so they're not, but that's how they would. There's probably a bunch of different articles that they're ranking for on these internal headlines, you know, a more supportive dog bed. See, so they've got the interlinking as well, which is very good. So you want to be linking through from one of your articles through to another one. I've actually done a review on this bed as well. Okay, so they're linking over to it on Amazon. And then we've got all of this. So this is a very good example of an affiliate niche website. This is like the best of the best, to be honest. This is at the top of the scale, like of what you should be doing. Okay, so if we take a look at some of the other areas of this site, we're going to first of all look at the duplicate content. So this is a site which is called SiteLiner. You can use this to check for duplicate content. So you don't never want it above like 20-30% and things like that. So you can see theirs is duplicate content at 8%. You're going to expect a bit of it because words and sentences are going to be similar across your site. So if we actually go down here, you can see like the average page size, which is 129 kilobytes, which is brilliant. So it's saying the average page size for your blah, 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 the median on your site is, and then this is, you know, the page size is larger than 70% of all other sites, okay? And then it shows you your load time, your average load time. So that's brilliant. Like that's saying like it's longer than 55%, but don't worry, that's a very good load time. That's under 1 second, okay? And it's very fast when you're using it. I mean, if we click through to one of the other articles, it's almost instant. You know, that's obviously Amazon. But if we go through to like another page, there's a link in Amazon. If we go back to like one of their, just say the homepage, it's like super quick. Look at that. You know, that's lightning fast, very fast. So text to HTML ratio, we've got common content, internal links per page. So average of 37 internal links per page for your site is 37, median 24, external links, which is very good, inbound links, total links, okay? And then if we click the duplicate content, this will show us like, you know, all of the different articles and the actual match percentage of each of them. So you can see, you know, like the match pages of the other pages. So this is like, you know, heavily duplicate content, like, and it's probably because, you know, it's just a category or something. So don't really get hung up on that stuff. So that's the articles tab it sprang up. And it's probably because it has like best, and all of that kind of stuff, you know, or something in the titles, so on and so forth. So it's very similar. Okay, look, words match. You can see like 1,800 words are matching other articles in this one and whatever, you know. So that's what that shows you anyway. The other thing we want to look at is that it has an SSL certificate. So what that is this thing here. So what that, you can get that from your hosting service. If you don't have one, it's completely free with most hosting providers. But what this does is it's also now part of the rules of the internet. Like, I don't know what legalities there are behind it, but it is something that's recently been made, you know, as a change by Google, that if you don't have that, you can be deranked, or you won't get the rankings that you could if you never had this. And what this is it encrypts any sensitive or private information. So it's a certificate and it encrypts data. Okay, so that way the site won't be HTTP and then www. It'll be HTTPS. Okay, which stands for secure. So that's what that does. And you always want to have that little green logo up there. Now, the other thing we want to take a look at when we're on that on-page SEO is the permalinks. So you can see the keywords that they're trying to rank for. And this is also a good way to find keyword density. So if you're trying to think, how many times should I put the keyword inside of an article? Well, if you come and check an article like this, you could easily get best outdoor cat houses. So if we take that keyword and press Command F or Control F on a PC, all those bits, that's the exact keyword. Now, you always want that. It's a clean permalink. You want it exactly like that. So you can see here, they've only used it twice. Okay, so only 2 times. And then obviously you could go and copy this into wordcounter.com or like any other site, or you could use KeySearch, my keyword tool, but you just would basically select all of it and see the length of the content, and that would tell you. So if we were to take that and put it into KeySearch, I'll show you more tools, search it here, that will actually show us, that will show us how much content they have, like the word count, and then it will show us the average word count for that keyword. And then you can see, obviously, they've only used it twice. But one of the things you want to really pay attention to when you are looking at where the keyword, how many times it's used, you want to pay attention to where it's used. So we can see here, it's once in the H1 title. This is a H1 title. This is the heading. Okay, so it might not bring it out. It might just say strong again. Okay, so you can see here, it says H1. Okay, so you always want it one time in the H1, and then the second one is within text. Okay, so it's not in the subheading. So you would want to use it relatively similar to that. Okay, and then we can see here the word count is 3,321 words. No, the average, that's the average, sorry, for a page 1 result. And then if we obviously go over to SERPs, it will show us that site Pet Life. Their one is 4,500 words. Okay, so you can see all the other sites that make up that average number that we just got. So if you were trying to rank for it, you might go for like 3,500 words, 4,000 words for an article like that. And then these are the words that all of them have used within the article, like the top 10 results. So you can see like they've used like cat house, feral cat. I don't know why a lot of them have got that. Don't know exactly what was that about, a cat or something. Okay, yeah, so it's about cat houses, best outdoor cat houses. That's why they've got that. Okay, so that's what you would want to do if you're going to do that. So that's the content side of things. I mean, I could go more in depth, but you always want a nice, warm and friendly article introduction. You've got here the authors, so they've probably got author bios for each of them. So they have, which is very good for EAT. So again, to answer a question to a subscriber who left a comment on one of the recent videos, do you need an author? Well, if you do have an author, you don't need one for the site. No, you can have like a brand, but then obviously you can see there's an About Us section. So let's see what they've got here. See, so they've got all of the authors that have written on the site. So it's a bunch of people, which could be just like, these are probably personas. They're probably not real people. And then you can see the author, like bio. You always want to have an author bio though. Make sure you don't slip up like that. You want to have an author bio, and then we can see here, look, that the author has they even recommended products on the author bio. So she's saying like her top products or something, I don't even know. Yeah, so that's the author bio anyway. That's what you want. Look, and then they've got a rating here and so on and so forth. I don't know how they're linking out to Amazon from here. Yeah, but anyway, that's that. So that's exactly how you'd want to do it. If you don't know what to do about authors, come and see this site because it's a good example. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to check the speed of the site. Now, we already know it's lightning fast, but we're just going to confirm that. So we're going to head over to Google Page Speed Insights. Next, we'll just take a quick look at some of the SEO technical side of the pages on this site. So you can see here, first of all, that it's got an overall score of 71.5, which is stupidly high. It's got a page authority of 51 and a domain authority of 46. And then you can see here total keywords, backlinks, so on and so forth, which we know is incorrect according to this tool. But then we've got obviously, the meta properties. So that's what shows up on the front of Google. And then we've got, URL rewrites. So the URLs look friendly, which is good. There's no underscores in the permalinks, which is this up here. Okay. And then keyword consistency. We've got favicon, which is very important. We've got this nice little logo. This is important because of the Google search results recently. So just say, for example, we search pet life, like it's not here right now. Maybe not. I don't know why it's not showing, but basically it's like a dog. I don't have a clue yet, but like usually it shows these little logos, which is the favicons. That's quite important because of that reason. And then we've got W3C validity. Don't worry about that. I've done a video on that before as well, though. And then we've got the sitemap. The site has a sitemap, which is very good. Now, sitemap, all that is so search engines can better understand your site and also be notified when you're making updates a lot easier and quicker. So it's allowing the search engines to crawl your site a lot easier and more efficiently. And then user experience is at a 96, which I personally kind of experienced myself, that it was very good. And then the site speed sits where kind of we saw it on the Google Page Speed Insights. So this is very good. Okay, so what we're doing now is we're just going to make sure that the site is up to scratch in regards to speed. Now, I know it's super fast. You could use another site called GTmetrix, or you could use pingdom.com. But the reason why I'm using this Google Page Speed Insights is because it loads absolutely everything on the page. So the desktop score is pretty good, like 85. That's relatively good. You're fine. And then mobile 72, which is pretty good again. Okay, but just the actual user experience, if we were to put this in like Pingdom, you'd see how fast it is because that doesn't load all the code on the page. So look, let me show you. So we're actually searching this from London, and you can see how fast it will be. I'm putting it banking that it'll be under a second on page load speed. Okay, so I got proven wrong. It's 2.38 seconds. So that's pretty good. And that's obviously searching it from the United Kingdom. Let's change our location to searching it from North America, where this site would probably be based. We'll see how fast that comes out. So you can see there's a dramatic difference here. It's 1.23 seconds, but the page size is obviously only 1 megabyte, which is pretty good. Okay, so that's brilliant. Like, I mean, 1 megabyte pages are very good. That shows that they've optimized their images. And then anything that needs improving, you can come down here and you can see what's taken the longest to load. So you can see like that one's taken 0.3 seconds. Don't know what that is. It's a piece of script or something. And then these, like, it shows you if it's like images, JavaScript, so on and so forth. So these are like images, the pictures here. You can see how long they're taking. So you can reduce the size of different things. It shows you the size, so on and so forth. So the biggest thing here is probably this image actually. So that might be slowing it up a bit as well. You can see it's a wireless dog fence image. Okay, so it shows you the image as well. That's pretty good and shows you the megabytes, so on and so forth. Okay, so one of the other things that we want to look at is the way that they do their anchor text. So you can see when they're linking out to an affiliate product, they're just highlighting the whole of the text. And then the internal links, you want to see, so filling materials is just like 2 or 3 words clearly identifying exactly where you'll be going. So the reader needs to understand where you're sending them. You don't want to just say like, over there without them knowing exactly where they're going. So either explain it in the sentence prior to the link or within the anchor text. So this is called an anchor text, which is the text that's used for the link. Okay, the hyperlink. So this is to another site, a third-party site, which is an authority. And let's have a look how relevant that is to this. Okay, so this is talking about specifically, what was it? Filling materials or something, yeah? So, yeah, what's the dog bed made of? So, look, see, so what's used to fill a good dog bed? That's exactly what someone would want to know if they were reading that. So that's very relevant, and it increases the authority of this site and the trustworthiness. Okay, so now we're looking at the organic keywords that this site is ranking for. So we can see here that this tool is showing us that they have over 5,000 backlinks, which is very good. And then they've got an 84% do follow ratio. So all a do follow ratio is these are links that search engines are actually coming in and going through. Okay, if you have, for example, an affiliate link on your site, then you'll want to no follow those links. And what that means is search engines will come in like Google, go through your page, and then it will not go through that link because you don't want it to, because you don't want to be known to be just linking out to affiliate products. It's not a good thing in SEO. Okay, it's not like a bad thing, but it's just not something that's encouraged by search engines, although they understand that people are making money and they need to do it. So it's not like a problem, but you would just no follow it. Okay, so do follow is when you want search engines to go through, and no follow is when you don't want them to. Okay, and when you do follow a link, for example, it increases the relevancy of your page. So if you do an article, I would always recommend that if you're doing like 2,000 words, you want to do at least like 2 outbound links. Okay, and if it's more viable to do more, then do them, but at least get like 1 or 2 on a page. And then we've got here the competitors. So you can see here the top competitors, which are very all authoritative websites. Obviously that's Amazon, but then you've got this site Canaan of Mine, which is another good example for an affiliate niche site. And then we've got here organic keywords. So you can see they're ranking for over 148,000 keywords. Yeah. And then this tool's pretty good because it shows you view keywords. You can see the ones that are bringing them the most traffic, and you can see just a bunch of position 1 rankings, which is ridiculous. But what I do want to express inside of this is when you guys are asking me, should you write about different keywords and stuff them in an article? No, like just write your content as good as you can, because look at this. You can see this keyword here gets 260 searches a month. Is that correct? Yes. And then it's this one article, which is best organic dog food. But then if we look here, this one's getting 20 searches a month, which is similar to all natural dog food, but it's all natural food for dogs. And this is the same article ranking for it. Then we've got this one, the same article again. So you can see one article, look at this, same. And it's all ranking for all of them. So that's making up like a good 1,000 searches a month, even though you'd look at that and think, oh, that's 10 searches, I'm not going to go for it. So what you need to understand is that over time, Google is going to rank you for a bunch of different things. And just to express that point to you, I'm actually going to go on to this article because it looks like a pretty good one. So one like this, just say, because it's getting 9,000, they're ranking number 1 for that. And I'm going to show you an example. So if we go to organic keywords and we put that in, but we select specific page, you're going to see how much keywords this one page is ranking for. So look, there's over 1,000, over 1,000 keywords, and it's only one. This is one page. This one page is ranking for over 1,000 keywords. So just end the question about, should you be stuffing your articles with different keywords? No, you don't need to. Just write the article and Google will come and it's smart enough to understand exactly what your article's about and rank you accordingly for all of these different articles. So you can see here, look at all these keywords, there's pages of them. That's page 4, 5, 6, 7. There's tons and tons. And they're ranking for all of these with one article, just one post. So that shows you how much one post can do. And, that's probably bringing them in a ton of traffic just on that one post. Okay, so let's go back to Explorer. So now when we look at this, this gives a domain strength of a 4.1, which is very strong, very good. And then, target competition, they can go from moderate to difficult keywords. And then you can see here, this is the anchor text, as I was explaining earlier on. So this will show you the top anchor text. So what they're using is 52% other. So that means just random things like, and that's the ones that are linking to them. So the inbound links, okay? So you can see here, Pet Life Today is at the top, actually, sorry, that's the top one. So 52% is other anchors, actually, yeah. So then the next majority is Pet Life Today, which is called a branded anchor text because it's the name of the company. Yeah, the brand, Pet Life Today. So you want to use that a lot when you're getting like backlinks and things like that because it looks very genuine. And what this is there to do is if you are, say, for example, trying to emulate the strategies of this site on your site, say like I've got a dog site and I'm trying to get backlinks, well, I'm going to use a lot of randomized anchor text and then also a lot of branded because I can see that they've done it. So I would put my website name and use that to link back a lot of the time. And then you can see here, look, they've got over 5,000. This is ridiculous. They've got over 5,000 keywords within the top 1 to 3 positions on Google. Then they've got 16,000 in positions 4 to 10. And the list goes on. I'll let you take a look at that. It's just absolutely ridiculous. Okay, so this is like the absolute pinnacle. And this is saying an estimated traffic of 1.9 million visitors per month. So maybe this is more accurate, I'd probably say, than SimilarWeb because this does it based on keywords. This tool can be out a little bit, but I think it's quite accurate on regards to estimated traffic because it gets mine almost bang on a majority of the time. Okay, so yeah, so one of the other things I go through is the overall site experience. And I have to say this is a brilliant website experience. And if you want to check like the backlinks thoroughly, I would always use free backlink checker. That's Ahrefs free tool. So you stick it in there and this will bring up a different backlink profile to what you see on my tool. So this one's showing like 5,000 links and you can see here this is showing like 77,000 like with a 22% do follow. This is way more accurate than mine. So this, you can see these are no follow links as I mentioned earlier. So if you ever want to check a site, this is like an internal link. So you can see here if we actually go through to that, we could search the keyword that they're sending back to it. So if it says like content or something, it's a link within the content. So let's have a look. They've got a lot of no follow here. I just did see content somewhere. I don't know where it's gone. Okay, so that one there. And then you can see here, that's like probably the anchor text, I believe, or Pet Life Today. That's the anchor text, sorry. So you can see if we actually search that and you search this article, this is probably like an authority website or something. They've smashed it. This is like the perfect example of a niche website anyway, of a good one. I don't know if they're using PBNs. I mean, a lot of you, especially if you like Carl, if you're watching this, would probably say it's a PBN because it probably is because the rankings that they've got and the rankings that, the keywords that they're targeting are so hard and, they're just smashing it through the ball out the park each time. So probably are using PBNs. But if we check it on here, let's check it on. Oh, yeah, we checked that already. Yeah, overall, the experience is really good on the site. I think it's really good. They've got obviously their affiliate disclaimer, which is even when you click any of the articles, it's right there. So obviously Amazon, you might know that have recently requested that you put, that you are getting an affiliate commission on each of your articles. So this is pretty good because it's right there. So if you buy through links on our site, we may earn a commission. That's nice and easy. And then they've got like probably the affiliate disclaimer there, just nice and sweet. That's it. You don't need to do anything fancy. And then here we've got the affiliate disclaimer here, or the terms and conditions. Okay, so terms of use, that's pretty good. And then, resources about us, which is important, as I said earlier. So you can use personas. You can see here, but just make sure your personas are credible, so. And then you've got here all the articles that this person has written, and maybe create a social media account for them. You don't need to be actively using the social media, but just so it's actually like another kind of, string for search engines to follow, like another branch, to build up the credibility of your persona. Okay, so they look genuine anyway, even if they are personas. I believe they are. And then, and then we'll check the social media because they had a few social media things down here. So we'll check that now because we're done with all the technical stuff. So you can see the Twitter, look, it's not big. You see, so this is an example. And then what I was saying is you can just set up an auto post. So each time that you post an article, it just automatically shoves it up on here as well. And then you've got here, you know, like Facebook, so on and so forth. So that's another good example. You know, Facebook, they probably ain't got a big following. See, so it's not a lot. You could have ran an ad for that for like about 2 weeks and got like 3,000 likes. Not that big. And then again, they've got the same articles just pushing to Facebook. And you can set that up automatically on Jetpack. There's a plugin called Jetpack and it auto posts. Or there's probably a bunch of other plugins that do it as well. But that's that, guys. I hope you got a lot of value from this video. You know, I went through absolutely everything on this site. I don't know what else to go through. There's probably a few other things that I could have. But yeah, I hope you gained some value in regards to what you should be doing with an affiliate site. And this should show you like what a successful site looks like. You can see here it's bringing in securely over 1 million views a month, I could safely say. And also a crap ton of money. You know, I'd probably put this site bringing in like 40 to 50K a month, like, you know, anywhere up from there. So this is a lot of traffic and a lot of money being generated on this site. If you did like this video, make sure to smash the like button and also subscribe if you are new. I do videos like this on a regular basis. This is video 3 of a series that will have 10 videos in total. All right, so I'll see you in the next one. Peace. Thank you for watching.